morning.
Morning.
All right, might just see me, part of me, because I'm foam rolling right now.
That's fine.
Good morning.
It's something to
Good morning.
You know
Did
everybody.
you get some sleep?
No, maybe
not?
like 5 hours
Why not?
I've been up since 4.
because I woke up. But when I did sleep, I didn't move 1 ounce the entire time I did. Who has 2-day-old DOMs in their core today?
I'm
Like
okay.
my core wasn't sore at all yesterday,
No, I'm all right.
but I jumped out of bed and I was like, "Ooh, my core."
No, I'm good. I got a headache right behind my eyes and like sinuses.
You have the Rona,
I have the sinus rona. Yeah.
the
No,
sinus Rona.
I
It's a
think
new strain.
I have a theory that allergies seem to be going on forever this year because it's just been kind of
I
chilly.
agree.
And I don't know, maybe because it didn't get so hot so fast and burn everything off that everything is still just kind of going.
Yeah.
But I didn't take any allergy medicine in the last couple days, and I went for a run yesterday and spent some time outside, and I just wonder if that's why. It got me.
Yeah, I woke up every day with some sinus issue, and that is what you said. Especially when I go outside, it's
Yeah.
the
Well, and I'm
there's
good.
still pollen.
Yeah, I'm good at remembering to take something if I know we're going to work in the yard, because then I've got stuff like, we're cutting stuff or mowing the lawn. I mean, I know it's.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not doing anything. I know LaDonna's coming. That's why I'm kind of waiting.
Yeah, Robin is too. The dogs are just being a pain, she said, right now.
And Tommy hasn't really made any complaints about his back, and he's here, so
Yay.
we'll see how he goes.
Yeah, it hurts.
He says, yeah, it hurts.
For sure.
He's not a big complainer, so I never know. But I actually think glute bridge, as long as you don't go too heavy, or not glute bridge, hip thrusts will be really good for you.
Yeah, if your
Every
back
time my lower back hurts, hip thrusts and glute bridges are like the one thing.
Yeah.
There it is. All right.
Here's Madonna.
I have to call up Shoes so he can come over and help me.
So he can give you his magic touch. All right, advanced portion of
Glute.
pain. I'm sure I don't have the right thing up. I have to wait for this to move.
If I ever have to interview for, like to talk about how great CrossFit Kansas is, they're like, yeah, Chris Shoemaker gives a personal touch.
That's your, what's the word? I
Okay.
can't know what I'm trying to say, never mind.
Get her, Bells. Get her, Bella.
I tried to bring Lily out here after our picture the day after, but she wasn't having it.
No, Lily. She looks so comfy.
You guys would get a kick out of this. My sister sent a Instagram post if there's some dog shelter somewhere that splits all of their dogs up into Hogwarts houses. Puts all the brave dogs in the one, the nice dogs in the other, the curious, like hoping that will help people choose which one is right for them. But they were both like, who wants the Slytherin dogs? Bad for those poor puppies.
Someone coming in like, excuse me, where's the most evil dog you have? The one I can't mention their name.
I forget, like they made it a positive spin. I can't remember.
Brave or what?
No, brave was Hogwarts. Ambitious and determined dogs. Oh, I don't want one of those anyway. I mean, I got a determined kid. I'll tell you how that ends up. Oh my goodness. All right, well, Tommy just went in, but he does his own warm-up anyway. As soon as everybody's ready, we can do this.
Okie dokie. Robin's here. She's put
Okay.
her shoes on.
She's like Andrew, she hides from the screen.
She's sitting down to put her shoes on.
Okay, let's get shoes on. Well, I'll talk. I can talk about
You
it.
can talk. Yep.
It's
Let's talk
very,
about it.
it's very easy, I think. 10 butt kicks, 10 high knees, no explanation needed there. 3 clock lunges on each side. So that's, you plant your left foot into the ground, don't move it. Take a lunge forward, step back, take a lunge out to the side, step back, go reverse, step back, and curtsy, step back. That's 1. You'll do 3 with that left foot planted and then 3 with the right foot planted. Does that make sense? We've done them before. Yes?
Just trying to remember all the movements. Oh, no, I'm not doing it right. I can erase him.
Jimmy.
Hey, I will try to be back. I've got to check on some things for work. I'll try and be back though.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. So Jimmy, it would be front, side,
Okay, yeah,
reverse,
got it.
curtsy. That's 1. Now the
Got it. I remember now.
surrender squats. After you start up here and go back on your knees
Mm-hmm.
is the way I looked at it. Sorry, my baby knees hurt at the gym. I don't know if I can do this. So you start back here, and then you're gonna come up, pause in that bottom of that squat, and then come up.
Yep.
3 of those. 6 good mornings. If you guys have a PVC or a broom or a beautiful decorative piece of bamboo, go ahead, put that on your back. Let's get 6 good mornings. If not, you can just, I always put my hands back there just to get my back in place and imagine the bars on my back. 6 good mornings, 6 plank jacks. So that's just holding that plank, jumping your legs out and in, trying not to sag too far each time you land. So keep your core nice and tight.
Just the legs or arms too?
Nope, no,
Okay.
just the legs. That would be awesome if you could do the arms in a plank.
I saw your hand go like that. That's why I was like, maybe I'm supposed to do the arms too.
Hold the plank and then just jump your legs out and in, out and in. And then 6 jelly bellies, which I think is funny that they're called these, but oh, this should feel great on your core and your hip flexor diaphragm. So out and in, out and in, right?
Oh.
It's like a
It's like
boat.
V-ups almost.
Yeah, kind of. We'll do 2 rounds of those. I hate that we lost LaDonna. There must be some emergency.
Furniture emergency.
She's on the other side, Mommy. LaDonna just had to run away, had a work emergency. So she's on the other side. Some stuff, right?
Or like this. Never doing this. Right.
And we'll do whatever you have to do. Or not.
Front side. Back.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Pretty sure. Anyways.
4 hours.
Yeah, I didn't sleep well either.
They're doing 3 clock lunges on each side, but I don't know that that's.
I was like ready to go to bed. Like the girls called me at 8 and I was like, oh, we're doing this shit tonight. I'm like, hope I don't need to be wearing clothes because I'm not. They're like, no, it's fine. Don't record. Well, I was in the jacuzzi. I was like, I don't give a fuck. $88 this weekend.
Yeah.
I love your curtsy lunge, Jimmy.
I was wondering if you would notice.
What's he doing?
He did this with his
We'll
arms.
see if Emily's paying attention to you working out.
No, I mean specifically. Jazz hands?
Jazz hands.
Robin was asking the difference between jazz hands and spirit fingers the other day.
Not used to
One of this and one of this.
I was like, jazz
When
hands
you
and
get to the. Oh, I'm doing this wrong.
I was like, jazz hands are hands, spirit fingers are fingers.
And then step up, Jimmy, and hold the bottom of that squat for a second, and then stand up. Perfect.
Yeah, I messed it up the first time.
That's all right.
Surrender.
I surrender. I surrender.
Spirit fingers always makes me think of the cheerleaders from SNL.
Yeah, yeah.
Sherry O'Terry.
That was from the movie Bring It On.
I never saw it, but I know what you're talking about.
It's from anything that has cheerleaders
Is
in it. From anything that has cheerleaders in it, they all do spirit fingers.
that a meme or was that actually in the movie?
Jazz hands is dancers. Spirit fingers is cheerleaders.
Yeah.
So I should ask Olivia if she does jazz hands.
I'm sure she does. If she does jazz.
She's still dancing? How's she doing?
She's doing good.
I saw that the things open back up for classes. She's teaching, I guess, again.
So Andrew's going back to baseball practice, and since none of the parks are open, but the indoor facilities are, which makes no sense, he's at an indoor facility. They've split the team up, but they're not the only team in there, which I hate. And then Tommy said, it's in
You know, what's the Kenworth Park over here in Ackworth is open.
Go ahead and
See
finish
people
your
out there practice.
Go ahead and finish your sentence, Emily.
the fields aren't open though. The fields themselves are padlocked, like inside the thing. But it's in the same complex that Bound is in. And Tommy said there's people at Bound working out, like running all around. And there's another facility in there, like a speed training facility for kids. He said he saw, how many kids there last night? About 15 kids at that place. It's definitely, people are nuts that they got padlocks on the baseball fields where the kids would be outside.
That makes no sense.
No,
0 cents.
well, that's what I was saying. Kenworth, people have been out on the field practicing. Yeah, over there on Ackworth. I've seen it. I drove by. I've been out on the field.
Oh, Tommy's saying he thinks maybe they opened them up a little bit, but you can't have organized things. But I mean, how do they police that?
But they're allowed to have organized things inside? That makes no sense.
It makes 0 sense. No, we're both in agreement on that. But why doesn't he just take 4 or 5 of them to a park? But it won't look organized if they don't have. Tell them to look at around.
Yeah, you can get enough space in a park.
Well, and he said last night, 'cause it was a private lesson last night, he had him outside throwing, and I feel much better about that. And it's baseball cages, and the kids are apart. I mean, it's with garage door open and everything. It's like CrossFit, but it's definitely more than 7 people. They opened our neighborhood pool too, with the stipulation that you're not supposed to have congregations of greater than 10 people. Like, it was basically like, the email to the neighborhood said, brush up on the rules and just police yourselves.
Are they doing like other places where they check to see if you have a fever first?
No, because it's neighborhood. I mean, who's gonna, my kids, we'll see. You know, we may, if it gets really hot, I might take them by themselves or with one other family that I can trust, like at a not popular time of day. But forget like late afternoons or mornings when everybody, or Saturdays, you know, whatever, when everybody's there. Nobody's there in the mornings usually. When you guys get done, where are we on our last surrender squats? You have a few more, but get through your 6 good mornings, 6 plank jacks, 6 jelly bellies, and then let's do 4 dump trucks and spend some good time in Spider-Man and pigeon, because we got some glute work today. I think for everybody here, we'll all do glute bridges and hip thrusts, because nobody's got a rack, and I don't want anybody hurting themselves trying to get the bar on their back.
Yeah, I have a heavy, like 100-pound sandbag. I thought about that at first.
I think you
Red
would
bag.
greatly to keep focusing on hip thrusts and glute bridge. You are more a quad focused. You end up in your toes and forward more often than not, and that probably comes from years of.
Yeah, some of that's my flat feet. I have trouble always curve.
Yep. And so I think without a rack, without someone to spot you, without lifters, I think just keep focusing on the glute bridge. We made Andrew do them the other day because, little kids squat and they end up on their toes all the time or leaning way far forward because they don't know how to use their glutes.
Did he do that other workout with you the other day? The hard one?
No. When did he did strength only on Wednesday. He did the workout with me on Monday? No. Monday, I guess he did with me, and then he did strength only on Wednesday because he had baseball practice Tuesday night.
So, I think it was the Monday one I was thinking about that you said he was going to do with you.
And he did, but that was that was beep test, but I had him change the movements.
The back squat was intended for gym people only. I don't want anybody at home
Well,
doing.
I figured, but I knew we would have some people that would just go really light anyway. But I'm going to say we all could benefit from some hip thrusts.
Yeah. Unless people are going like 65 or under.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want them.
Because they could get on their back.
I wouldn't want them cleaning up the bar and putting it up and over there.
No. And I'm just trying to think if anybody that I know does have a rack at home.
The last part, Spider-Man's and dump trucks.
Dump trucks, and then I want you to do Spider-Man and pigeon.
I'm out of order. How many dump trucks? Sorry.
It's choose your own adventure.
Okay.
4. All right. Tommy's getting ready. No, just ask me for help if you need anything. All right, guys. So 4, where did I scroll past it? Did I? No, right here. Hip thrust, right here at the top. We're going to do 5 sets of 8 to 10, depending on your weight. Here's the caveat, 2-second pause at the top. So you want to make sure that you are squeezing your glutes and keeping your spine neutral at the top and not hyperextending to get it up. You also want to make sure you're not squeezing and going so heavy that you can't even get full extension. So you're trying to get full extension, keep your hips tucked, glutes squeezed, really drive. If you're going to do it on the bench, get the edge of the bench just underneath your shoulder blades, and then core tight and squeeze your glutes first and really focus on driving your hips up versus just driving all of your weight out of your heels, because that'll push you back more. Jimmy, are you going to do it on a bench or are you going to stay on the ground?
I'll try the bench first.
Okay. So just really focus on going up versus back.
I'll just pretend Chris was with me.
You can dream and imagine his touch. So 5 sets of 8 to 10 with a 2-second pause. You're going to superset that with 3 per side of unweighted Bulgarian split squats. Elevated split squats, whatever you want to call it. So back laces on the bench behind you. We're not going to weight it though. It's really focusing on that one-legged squat. So whatever foot's on the ground, really focus on that glute working. If you have it in you, I'm going to tell Tommy no way, add a small hop when you drive up out of that front heel. No. If it hurts you getting up, you can always do glute bridge. Like that. Slide.
I'm terrible at this, managing my microphone. Tommy, is this your first day back working out since you hurt your back?
He ran yesterday.
Okay.
And did he do the bench? And he did a little bit of bench, but he came back from his run. Didn't complain about his back, but his calves and his feet. I mean, I think it's probably all related.
Yeah.
All of my problems are related, right? You know, they move from shoulder to shoulder. Sometimes it's in my back, it's all my tight spine and my tightness in my jaw.
Oh, the 45s are already out here.
Fine, I guess it's just
Do you need to start with that, or can we put the 45s on?
cool or anything.
Okay. I thought you said your potty. My potty remembers.
Yeah, getting a pressure washer would be helpful.
My potty needs to remember. You don't want that 45 right there. You won't be able to get it on the bed. Or you
Not like I can get it up anyway.
you can quite uncomfortably because you're back.
How long do you think that the WOD is going to take?
I was thinking 10 to 15.
Okay. I'm going to start the clock, guys, and let's try to take no more than 20-ish minutes to get through the strength. 'Cause we kind of got a late start.
3, 2, 1.
Blast off.
Yeah, I'm thinking 10 to 15, but it could be faster. It really will be dependent on all the air squats.
At home, for sure. I think at the gym, it would be dependent on the who's doing muscle ups. And
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I can do muscle ups on my bar.
no.
Well, you have rings, don't you?
Hit the huh?
You have rings, don't you?
It's-
yeah, I do. Damn it.
You sounded really disappointed by that fact.
You could do ring rows and then dips, Jimmy. 5 sets of
Okay.
8 to 10.
I was going to ask what the alternative was for that.
What do you guys on the end or?
On the end.
If you feel comfortable, which I don't think you should do it when you're driving out of a split squat, you would jump.
Unless you just want 45s next.
Just 3 reps of those unweighted elevated.
It's more a my brain's not bringing words to my mouth today.
Yeah, the idea is on those to drive up quick. You want power out of the bottom.
Now that you know where your glutes are after doing the hip thrusts.
I know you know this, but be careful not to smash your knee on.
Yeah. And balance too. If you're doing it quick, it changes it when you're
3%.
holding weight.
Yeah, the idea is, well, you'll have to be careful, but the idea is to not move slow on these. It's to go down and drive out of the bottom quick.
Hope it's okay. I'm using my 50-pound weight vest for my hip thrust on my hips. More comfortable than the dumbbell.
You can throw the dumbbell on top of it.
Do I need to do more than 50?
Make sure that you get the form right first and feel comfortable with it. Then you can talk about adding even more.
I want to quit saying stuff. Every time I say something, Amber's like, you can do this. And I'm like, damn it.
Well, I understand you want to protect your hip. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, they haven't had a lot of action lately. So, hey.
But yeah, if you have the form right, you should definitely be doing more than 50 pounds.
Okay.
Is it humid in here? It's like,
Nasty one.
yeah, it's like grossly humid inside our workout area, inside our gym.
It's pretty humid out here too. I'm trying
That's
to modify I want to wait all the way to lunch and when it gets hotter to do this, or if I just want to do it by myself.
Wonder, I don't know, when I took Bella out at 4 a.m., it didn't feel human. I wish I had a counter for the air squats. Like a counter that would just click every time I did an air squat.
I think
Like the clicking button.
Yeah.
I'm so used to running without any music or anything. I play mind games and with numbers and stuff. So, and I hate air squats so much. Oh, good. Now I can actually see what you're doing, Jimmy.
Yeah, I think that would be better.
But I'll usually count like 5 and then I'll move a spot 5. I mean, I can't do more than one set of 10 in a row.
If I run the road, I gotta listen to music. Trails, I can't.
So I think because I ran in high school and college and we weren't allowed, I mean, also it was the 90s and what was I gonna carry my Walkman? You know, we
Your
have
box.
Your disc man?
my Discman with my, you know, the earphones that were this big with the soft padding and the wire. Yeah, I can't run with anything. 3 rounds at a time of 50 air squats, 7 muscle ups, but there's an option for muscle ups, and 10 hang power cleans. Pretty heavy. So I would want hang power cleans to do it. Tomorrow. Well, I'll do whatever you want to do tomorrow. It's VT. VT. You can't deadlift and hang power clean. So you can do whatever you want.
And I programmed, before I moved everything around because of Murph, I had this program the day before Murph.
Oh, funny. Well, VT is a good one. It's
So I'm really gonna enjoy my view now, right?
yeah, I'm like, do I look away or do I watch him? Make sure you're,
What do you want?
I mean, I think it's fine. You want to make sure your knees or your femurs are still rotated out so you're using your glutes.
Yeah.
I just don't know that deadlift, heavy hang power clean, and heavy overhead is something Tommy should do tomorrow. So we'll talk about it, but I mean, if we make class, we'll just change your movements entirely, or I'll do something with you. What round is everybody on?
I'm on 3.
Oh, okay, we get to. So 50 air squats will be this will be our workout. We'll talk about it so everybody knows what they're doing. 50 air squats, it's a lot. 7 muscle ups, which the option is 7 bent over rows and 7 dips. I don't even think you could get in that bent over position, but you could do on the bench, in the row on the bench with one arm, but supported with one knee and one hand. Or, you know, we could get the TRX up and we could just do the rows.
10s and 25s?
Yeah.
Can we put the 10s on?
And then 10 hang power cleans at a little dicey 135.95. Jimmy, you can do single arm dumbbell power cleans.
Okay.
That might be, depending on the weight, that might be.
I'll give you a different view this time.
Robin's beating up lines.
Jimmy, how old is your daughter again?
16.
So she's a
She'll
junior?
be 17. Huh?
Did she just finish her sophomore or her junior year?
Her junior.
Is she finished
Yeah,
with
my
school?
daughter's. What?
Is she finished with school?
She's got some AP stuff. She just took one the other day, an AP history exam, a Euro or something. She told me, and she has one on this upcoming Friday, and then she's done.
My kids
My
are.
son already finished up junior year of college, so he's all done for until next year.
Oh, I thought he was out of college. He's working, but he's still in college.
Yeah, he's just working right now. Yeah, no, he's got next year. Both of them graduate, 2 senior graduations.
Wow. How awful would that be if it was hopefully next year's not a repeat of this, but both of your kids to miss their graduations.
Yeah, that would have been awful.
California schools
Already said that they're not gonna have classes. Couple
So they're not going to have classes what?
in the fall, a few California schools,
Like colleges or regular?
colleges.
That's fine. I'm fairly certain there's some other colleges that are doing that, but I'm real nervous
California.
to move up public schools.
Considering Fauci and Trump are fighting about it, that's super fun.
Yeah, California always does things a little different, more cautious, I guess.
So many people I know that live in California are like, we are out of here. It is ridiculous. I don't think I want to live here anymore.
Really?
Yep. Because, I mean, they hate their governor right now.
I mean, do we like ours?
I like California.
Our governor is a dummy.
Yeah.
He's one of the dumbest people I've ever seen in a position like that.
Yeah, I just don't think he's thinking through a lot. I think
I don't think he has.
Alabama's.
I don't think he has the capacity to. I don't think it's that he's not. I just don't think he has the capability. He doesn't know any better or how to.
Did you just add 90 pounds to that? So you just went up by 90 pounds. Did you need to help me?
I feel like I can.
That's a big jump. I know you're strong, but it's a big jump.
Yeah, people are
I would
frustrated.
love to.
People are frustrated with their governor because in California, just because the goalposts keep moving, like one day he'll say something and then the next, and I don't think they're really listening to the nuances of what he's saying, to be honest, because they said, oh, one day we just need to flatten the curve so the hospitals are okay, and then the next day well, we need a cure before we open anything, and that is not what he's saying, but that's how
Yeah. Well, we're not going to have a cure.
Right, and that's not what he's saying either. He's saying we have to be careful how we open until there's a cure. So there will be a staged opening. And the people of California, like their numbers weren't as crazy and they didn't go as nuts as other states. So that's why they're like, well, why can't we just be like Montana and open everything right now?
I don't think anybody knows what they're doing right now, and everybody's doing something different.
I agree with that.
That's
Yeah.
half the problem, is we're all doing different stuff. There you go, Jimmy. That was pretty good.
I'm just imagining Chris touching me.
Oh my God, stop it. That's like the 15th time. It's done, Jimmy. It's over. You've beaten that horse to death, my friend.
Don't worry, in a couple of minutes, I'm going to imagine you like the other day with no bra and stuff on. It's annoying. It keeps me motivated.
Should I mute him? I'm just kidding.
It's not Friday. Am I not supposed to be inappropriate?
You and your dad jokes. Robin just said they're dad jokes. Yeah. Who's your fifth? Robin's on her fifth.
All right.
These are so slow. It's like when you finish the hip thrust, you feel like you can't get up and walk.
Yeah, it's that pause that when you get heavy.
If we get wavy from me. It's really hard to do when you're fat. It just rolls around like where the cat is, and then it's like, get out of the way! I'm sure it's hard to do if you have a penis too. Oh, I can't even imagine. Are you running this weekend?
What?
Yeah. Yes, I am running.
You gonna try to go to the mountain?
Not yet. I
Okay.
was I may this weekend. Josh is actually coming down.
Oh,
We're gonna
fun.
train together. Yeah. We're trying to get ready for that Ohio. So I thought about the trails, but I'm just concerned about how crowded it is.
Well, I would imagine the trails, not the main one, but some of the other ones, or if you go to the backside, it might be better. But the ones that are close to the parking lots, that's where you're gonna struggle with the walkers and.
Yeah, where do I normally? Like over to Cheatham Hill or something like that. But I just know I've seen in the running groups, the trail running groups, where everybody's talking about going. They're glad it's open. Blah blah blah. So I keep feeling like I'm gonna go. There's gonna be a million runners.
How many Cheatham Hill go on?
Yeah, it probably depends on the time, of course, but yeah, there's probably gonna be a lot of people. I always go to the back one because there's that parking lot up behind where CrossFit Kennesaw is, and you can get to the back one really easy.
On Burnt Hickory?
No, on Kennesaw.
Oh, the entrance on there, yeah. But that's like the beginning. That's gonna be a lot more crowded.
Yeah,
No.
what's the one on the far back?
No.
It's not the one off.
I'm talking about the one that's, yeah, it is kind of like the beginning, but where does the road splits? It's Old 41 in Kennesaw. What's that road called? Avenue, you're right. So the one off the Kennesaw Avenue, that back trail there, that's where I had been going when I see Bella, and it's not as terrible there as it's been, but it depends on.
That's not. It's the one. Let's see. There's Cheatham over there by Olivia. It's the one further on the other side. What's that road? I know Kennesaw. I'm trying to think of exactly which one that is you're talking about. And it's not crowded there.
It depends on the time of day. Like the morning, barely anyone parks back there on that one. I can send you the parking lot that I park in, but yeah, barely anyone.
Yeah, don't mind.
By the afternoon.
I wonder if it's the same one I went to with Ed and two last time when Ed and I ran.
I don't know. Where did you guys go?
Well, you park. I know when you park, a little of the trail is on one side, and almost immediately you have to cross over the road. There's like a 5-mile loop there you can do, and you go up to Cheatham and back.
Yeah, that's not the Kennesaw Avenue one.
All
Okay.
right, what round are we on?
Not an official parking lot.
Yeah, this is a business
Oh,
lot.
okay, got you.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind sending it to me, I appreciate it.
that's why like only 5 cars will park there. But
What round are you guys on?
this is my
I'm
last.
all done.
Okay,
Robin's
good.
done. You can explain or.
So 3 rounds for time, 50 air squats. So do your best job of counting up to 50.
It's so much counting.
Yeah. Then 7 muscle ups, which I do not expect anybody here to be doing muscle ups. So your options are 7 bent over rows and 7 dips. So Jimmy, you could do 7 ring rows and 7 ring dips if you wanted. And then it's 10.
I have to do both, or can I just do 7?
Do both, yes. And then it's 10 hang power clean. So deadlift the bar up first and then anywhere from position 1 to position 2. And it's a power clean. So you do not have to squat. It's pretty heavy. So Jimmy, you've got 1 dumbbell. I would do a single dumbbell, do 5 on one side, 5 on the other.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna do.
Yeah. just because I always think that the double dumbbell hang cleans are awkward on your side. It's much easier in the middle.
They are awkward, but if you don't have heavy weights,
Yeah.
they do push you a little more. Like if you only have 10 pounds.
That's true, but I know Jimmy's got a heavy dumbbell.
You got some heavy
Yeah,
weights.
I'm gonna use 40s. I got a 40 pounder.
Is that your heaviest, James?
Yeah, I looked at some 50s. There was one guy in Cartersville selling them for $100, but I just was like, I didn't know. I was like, I don't want to buy them, and then I start going back to the gym sometime and collects dust again.
Yeah, don't trust anybody in Cartersville.
You just change things entirely. I mean, you don't have my help.
There we go. All right, we're setting up our barbell. Is Tommy gonna do hang power cleans?
No, but I don't know what he's gonna do. He
Okay.
just keeps telling me, I got it. So he's got it.
So I need to do 7 dips and then 7.
7 rows and 7 dips, and then 10 hang down. And it's 3 rounds. Make sure you understand that. 3
Yeah,
rounds.
Emily's
I
like,
think
it's
the
not
rows.
one. It's not one round. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
the rows are going to be interesting because my rings are really high. I don't normally have them this high.
You could use your dumbbell and do 10 dumbbell bent over rows, like in a split stance. Do 5 on one side. 5 on the other.
No, I'm not saying that complaining. I was just saying it's going to be interesting. I can still do the
Yeah.
rows.
Well, and also
It'll just be,
your dips are going to be harder since they're on the rings.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, you have authentic dips.
I'll be bragging later. So I'll be like, yeah, you guys just did this. I did rings.
Okay, so no.
All right, I have to put tape on my fingers. Give me a second. I'm gonna go upstairs. Okay, go for it. Putting them on the table. Robin's going to grab her gloves.
That's fine. We got time.
We got the time. Ooh, I should grab the other chair for our dips.
I am trying to decide are you coaching the 11:30?
Yes, ma'am.
I just don't know if I want to wait because it'll be hotter. And I know what I'm doing, so I can move through this pretty quick.
What would be better, 2 30s dumbbells for the hangs or 140? Can I do either one?
You can do either one. Yeah, go for 2
I mean,
30s.
I feel like I'll get more if I do 10 with the 2 30s.
Yep. Keep the core nice and tight. Use your glutes.
All right, I'll do that instead.
Oh, you know what? I bet Olivia has a Zoom tonight with her class. Okay, goodbye.
And I dip you, dip, we dip.
Good to know.
What should I do first, the rows or the dips, or does it matter?
The rows. Think about a muscle up. You would do the pull up first, then you do the dip to get yourself up. So do all 7 rows, then all 7 dips.
I thought I was going to do this workout, but I could not find it in Zen Planner when I went to program it.
You know, the more that's in Zen Planner, sometimes I cannot find things. Like it only gives you 5 options of what's there. And if something's in there slightly like the same way more than 5 times, it just chooses to not let you.
Yeah, there's a way to search all records.
I can't figure it out.
And that's what I did. And I was like, I swear to God.
I'm trying to keep track of everything I use and what I call it and the date I used it so that I can recall what I called it.
Yeah.
But
It is funny because I'm
Doesn't
like,
sound like Zen Planner brings any Zen.
it is funny because I'm like, I'm going to name this something I'll remember. And then when I go look at it, I'm like, why would I have named it that?
I figured out much later to start writing down what I called it so that I can search.
Yeah.
No, Zen Planner's a pain in the arse as far as putting workouts in,
Arse.
but
How does it compare? I'd always used Wodify, and that ever seemed like a problem for me to find, but I don't know what it's like from the admin side.
Wodify is exactly the same.
yeah, but it's a
Okay.
whole system. Like he needs it for all the back end, like business side of it, and I guess maybe it handles everything he needs to take care of.
They both do.
Yeah, Wodify did that too, because I made payments through Wodify with my own. I guess they're about just the same thing with different names.
All right, is everybody ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yep.
And we got to do yucky music, or you guys want to play your own?
We have the stuff on.
Do you want to play your own music?
Oh.
when you're on mute?
We can play our own. You can mute us.
You want me to get your music played? Because Jimmy doesn't care about music in that way.
Yeah, I'll play my own then.
Play that
I
funky
just don't
music.
like the way it's.
All right, well, I'll mute. You guys, I'm not owner, so you guys got to mute yourselves.
Oh, you're not the owner. And I said that, and now I forget to make you host every freaking time anymore.
That's all right. When it's just a couple people, it's not a huge deal.
Your host. You're hosting us.
All right, well, I'm going to mute you guys, and then I'm going to start the clock. What?
Alexa,
Yelling at the dog.
play.
Oh,
Sacrifice.
I'm not going to mute you. All right, here we go. Mute. I believe I'm the only one not muted. All right, guys, here we go. In 10. Please feels good.
3, 2, 1.
And go. There we go. Oh, look at your fancy pants. There you go, Jimmy. Nice job, guys. All the way down, all the way up in those squats. Nice, Jimmy. There you go. Nice job, guys. Good job. Is it good? Yeah, that's right. You go, Robin. There you go, Jimmy. There you go. There you go, good. Keep your butt tucked under. Good job. There you go, Robin. Nice job. Is she on her phone while she squats? Nice job, Jimmy. Almost there. There you go. I unmuted you, Jimmy. Tommy's still going, says
Cool.
Robin. How was it?
It was good. The transition from the rows to the dips was made a little tiring. I
Yeah,
could only get like 5, and I had to rest the second.
yeah,
I was tired from the road.
yeah.
Everything else was fine. I should have used the 40s for the hang power cleans instead of the 30s.
Oh, both 40s? Tommy's using,
Yeah, because the 30s, they felt all right, but they were not that heavy.
Tommy's doing single arm clean and jerk with the green bell.
I think if I had done like thrusters with 30s, that'd have been a different story, but the hang power cleans, I should have used the 40s.
Yeah. Well, now you know. There you go, Robin. And Robin's going from the ground.
G.I. Joe.
Yep. Nice job. You done? We're about 9:50-ish. I think Robin's going from the ground to protect her back versus the hang. You look good. Nice job. Oops. There we go. There you go. How was it, everybody?
Good.
Oh, they gotta get their microphone down.
Wasn't bad. It's way more daunting looking than it actually is.
Well, it's funny. Yeah. So the fact that we're not doing muscle ups is one thing. 50 air squats. I mean, that's tiring, but it's 95 pounds for a hang power clean for me. I cannot rip through them the way you did. And I could come from the ground and get more power and get through them, but still, that's just exhausting.
Yeah, that to me was like the easy part.
Yeah.
Because of her back.
Yeah, and I figured. I knew she wasn't like misunderstanding the workout. I figured it was because Tommy will sometimes not do the hang just to protect the drag on the neck.
Yeah, that's fair. How were the dumbbells, Jimmy?
He thinks
They were fine. I was saying I should have used the 40s instead of the 30s. The 30s were too light.
Okay. What did Tommy end up doing?
I did them tiring at all. So
he did a combination of things. He did like feet elevated push-ups, 20 of those, and then he did 7 or 10? 8 green bell supported rows. So he was on the bench, supported rows on each arm, and then he did 20 Russian twists. Then he did, that was to get rid of all of the dips, and the air squats.
Yeah.
And then he used the green bell and did clean and jerk, one arm clean and jerk.
With the green bell? That sounds heavy.
And he was moving. It looked really good. So he was moving. He wasn't trying to rush through it. He was moving safely.
Okay. Yeah, I tried to look while I was moving, but I couldn't see him that well.
Yeah, against the light.
I saw it. I tell you, it'd be difficult with 2 people because I was seeing where you guys are having to wait for one another. I was like, much easier when you're by yourself, to be honest.
It wasn't too bad. I'll just subtract like 20 seconds off my score.
Yeah, it just depends on what.
I was wondering how you.
I did try and get out of the way that
It
one.
was fine. It was fine. It was
I saw you guys alternate, so it wasn't like long periods, but I was like, I can see where they had to wait every once in a while just because
It's
just how it goes.
the only times that it's bothered us, and we don't work out at the same time often because I'm usually coaching, but the ab mat is one thing, and then we were doing deadlifts the other day, and it was supposed to be every minute and a half, and we're like, we can't swap out weights. That's too much. Like, we don't have enough time to swap all the heavy weights. So I was like, I'm fine. I'll just stay where I am and do sets of 5 versus getting really heavy.
Yeah. So Jimmy, you think next time you would do the heavier dumbbells double for the clean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if not, I need to use the 40s one arm, but if I'm going to do 2 arms, I need to use the 2 40s.
I don't know how I didn't notice your awesome t-shirt.
What's
I know,
that?
I said earlier, but I said I was wearing it for you today.
Yeah, I must not have heard it. I'm sorry.
And I don't have a bra on either.
Penn State. How dare you not wear your bra for the morning class? I
I'm
literally
ready to
didn't,
fly out from Penn.
I literally didn't wear a bra for the first, like, the entire first part of that class yesterday.
I love it, my
We didn't have any jumping though, so it wasn't too bad. And I had a fitted like sweatshirt on, so it kind of
I'm
helped.
so glad I'm a dude and don't have to wear a bra. I can't imagine. It's like 2 sets of underwear. It's bad enough I gotta wear one.
Robin said there's some dudes that should wear bras. The
You're
worst,
right. No, okay, yes, you're right. There are
the
some.
worst part about wearing a sports bra, which you guys will never have to deal with, is when you have to take it off after you've been sweating, and it feels like you pull your shoulder muscle, you pull your back.
You get caught in it trying to get out of it, and you're like,
Your whole body
Yeah,
cramps
I
up
know.
while you're doing it.
That's why I wear it forever.
Yeah, it's not good. Tommy, how's your back?
It's okay.
Okay,
he was able to get a good workout in even with it. So I think
okay, good. I'm
You
on.
know what you should get is a nice wife that'll give you a massage.
What?
Tommy is not going to go get a massage unless Emily gives it to him.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's what I was saying. I said the wife give the massage.
Or Jimmy. I think Robin's right. Jimmy just offered to come over to your house to give you a massage if you